Others blamed so-called greedflation because corporate profits were rising faster than general inflation, while mainstream economists initially dismissed this idea, as if greed was invented in 2020. German economist Isabella Weber showed that sellers' inflation was in fact rampant. Sellers' inflation, also known as excuseflation, is where dominant firms are able to increase profit margins during a time when prices are expected to rise. Basically, anything that can be used as an excuse to raise prices will be used as an excuse to raise prices. And when everyone does this, inflation happens. Crucially, this can only happen in non-competitive markets, which apparently is all of them. And it turns out a pandemic, then supply chain shocks, then a war, then a spike in oil and gas prices all provided perfect cover. The Bank of Canada Governor Tiff Macklem eventually endorsed Isabella Weber's theory, and the IMF now agrees that about 40% of the inflation we've seen was from sellers' inflation. And until we end monopolies, this will happen every single time there's a shock to the economy, from wars to climate disasters to tariffs imposed by the guy who said he'd make life more affordable.
I will end the devastating inflation crisis immediately, bring down interest rates, and lower the cost of energy.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.